Look how cool I am in my car. I got a car, I can drive it far.
You fall and you break, you got battles to take on, but you figure it out, yeah. When you fall and you break, you got changes to make now.
I woke up this morning, I'm like, I hope I could sleep till 8 o'clock. That would be awesome. Because I just am tired, physically tired. And then I woke up at like 5. Then I kept, dozing in and out until like 6. And I was like, I'm getting out of bed. But yeah, just put around the house for a couple hours. I'm like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Sometimes, being an introvert and having a bunch of kids, yeah, it just like wears on me. And then I'm hungry. I feel like I'm hungry constantly lately. And yeah, weighed myself this morning, 222 pounds. I've dropped 12 pounds since I started this diet, and I don't know how I dropped. I should put on my seatbelt. Doing the carnivore diet, like why did I lose 12 pounds? Just doing the beef, butter, bacon, eggs. I think, dairy. I cut out a lot of dairy before that, but I don't know what it is. Because I wasn't eating off diet that often. I wish I knew. I think it's portions. I think I've dropped my portions. Even though when I look at what I'm eating per day, it seems like a lot. Like the numbers, it's like, when I see like 6 eggs or 12 eggs in a day and a ribeye steak, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of food. But if you break down all the macros, it's really not. I can't remember what I ate before. The portions, but I tried to keep it similar, but I have no idea, which is probably not good television, but it just blows me away that my weight could drop that much. Well, the camera dropped, so I shouldn't be doing this while driving anyway. I just hopped on here really quick to say that I was heading to Sam's Club. My wife needed some pork rinds. I was thinking about getting a brisket, and yes, I know I said I wasn't gonna buy any more meat, but I'm addicted to buying meat. I may pick up some flowers for my wife, since today's our anniversary. We had a good time out last night. We went to Texas Roadhouse and had to wait an hour and 20 minutes to get a seat. And then we got in our seat, and then they were out of prime rib. So I had to eat a 20-ounce ribeye and a side of butter. And I'm like, I could taste some extra seasoning on there. I'm not sure it was. I swear I tasted Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce? I'm not sure, and I don't care. Spirit of the challenge, not the law of the challenge. So, yeah, 27 days in. And I'm hungry right now, but I just chilled this morning and didn't make breakfast because I didn't feel like it. So, I'll go home and pretty sure I'm just gonna heat up some more of that deer roast. The deer roast in the stock, and throw some eggs in there and just call it a day. Yeah, I guess I can tell you a little bit more about that thing yesterday. So someone escaped from a sheriff. Someone was in custody with the sheriff over at the hospital and overpowered the sheriff, took his gun, popped off a shot at the hospital, and then ran down the street towards our house, but then the third house down from us, went into the house and there was no one there and ended up shooting himself and then dying. Like, that is crazy. That is crazy. This world, there's just evil that goes on in this world, and it's wow. All right, I'm gonna focus on driving and not filming stuff for the YouTubes. Dude, look at that view. That's amazing. It's right here. I'm just kidding. All right, so I just went to Sam's Club and I got a brisket, $4.98 a pound for the prime, because the choice was $6 or it's like $7 a pound. So I got a brisket. I think I'm gonna smoke a brisket tonight for tomorrow's dinner. I got 4 packs of pasture raised eggs, 18 packs. They're a little expensive, but let me turn my car off. But that's all right. I think I'm gonna be changing the way that I'm buying eggs. I got some pork rinds for my wife. I wanted to buy bacon, but I didn't because I already have bacon. I have that thinner stuff, but that thick cut stuff from Sam's Club is really nice. Yeah, I got my wife some flowers. Fortunately, she won't see this till after the fact. Got you flowers. Where are you at, Aaron? I pulled over at this little park on my way home just so I could sit and talk without driving. But I just, like I was, how do I say this? I'm feeling a little bit low energy today, and I'm not sure if it's just from my workload or from my food consumption. And then when I start feeling low, then I start thinking, what am I doing wrong? Is there something wrong? Everything sucks. I start getting some negative thinking, and I've been through this enough to know that it's okay. I'm going to go home and I'm going to eat. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go eat some food and I'm just going to relax. But then I realized something. I am probably one of the world's most boring people. I have a very set schedule, very disciplined in a lot of ways. I don't do a lot of different things. And when I started this challenge, I'm like, okay, so January and February are kind of my slower months at work. So there's that. We don't have any birthdays in our family. We have our anniversary. We have community groups every other Saturday. But then I just got a message. I was like, oh yeah. And then every other Saturday, the women go out and then the men go out. So tonight is man go out night. The men meet and we talk about our feelings. But we're going to a hibachi grill, a place that I've gone before, like this hibachi Chinese buffet. And I've been there a few times on this diet, and I'll go in there and I'll do just sashimi, just raw fish. They have these like chicken on a stick, which I know has something on it. I'm trying to think what else. That was mostly just a lot of those. A lot of the fish like shrimp. I get the shrimp and the bacon wrapped shrimp. And it's not 100% clean, but it was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, and I was making the best options or decisions or best choices while I was there. And when I was thinking back earlier, like, what do I eat that changed stuff? Well, I've been to that place a few times. I used to eat more seafood, fish Fridays, a lot more shrimp. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I was thinking, oh crap, we're going and we're meeting there today. Okay, I guess I can go in there and just ask them, hey, can I just hang out with these guys while they meet? But then I'm also one of those people, like, I look at business like kind of like from an owner standpoint sometimes, and it's like, well, I'm using their place, so maybe I should just buy a plate, but sit there and don't eat anything, which would kill me in my heart. But here's a donation. Can I get a write-off? Probably not. But then I remembered they have steak, because I've got the steak there before. They have a grill and they just have steak on it, and they'll give you pieces of steak, I believe. No, I lied. That's Golden Corral. Crap, what am I gonna do? Well, they have the hibachi. I guess I could just pile up beef and say no sauce and just cook it. Ah, man. Yeah, I didn't. I thought I came up with a solution, but then I just realized, no, I don't have a solution because I'm at the wrong place. I literally could just pile beef on. Oh, and eggs. They have beef and eggs. Can you just cook these together? And they'll be like, you're crazy. What kind of sauce? No sauce. Okay. All right. I guess I'll go in there and I'll be the crazy guy. Sweet. Not sweet. Savory. Just a reminder to everyone, since I'm having a low day, it's a reminder for me and anyone else that's watching this today. It is okay not to feel okay. It is okay to have a day where you're tired and don't feel like $1 million. We're in the middle of winter here. It's gray and gray and more gray. Wet and gray. It's okay. There will be sunny days. I don't need to do anything crazy or extreme to make me feel better. I don't need to run the food or alcohol or anything to make me feel different. I don't need any of those things. I'm okay. I will just be. And if I feel low, I'll listen to some depressing music. Sometimes it makes me happy. Some minor key music. And on happy days, I listen to Taylor Swift, because I'm a Swiftie. I'm also a known liar. My stomach's rumbling. Not cool. All right, let's go home and get some food. Let's not delay. Let's not delay. Boots and pants and boots and pants. All right, it's been a couple hours. Did some chores, sat down and relaxed for a while. So I got a pound of venison in stock, and I'm gonna put some eggs in it, and that's gonna be my lunch. Then hopefully everything at this thing tonight works out. I'll use my best estimate when it comes to portion of the food there. Let's see. Yeah, this is like my easy, just an easy go-to. It's like I'm poaching an egg, and it's beef and venison stock. And hey, Aaron, I thought this is a beef, butter, bacon, eggs challenge. Why are you eating venison? Well, at the beginning I said I was gonna do ruminant meat. So, venison's ruminant. I can eat goat, sheep, camel, bison, beefalo. Did I say camel? Goat. I'm just repeating myself over and over now. 4 eggs, a pound of venison. It'll be good. Then I think I'm gonna take a nap. It's just weird how sore, like my arms are sore, my chest is sore, but like my neck is sore. Man, I feel like I'm falling apart today. It's all right. I also, what did I get done? Oh, I have my red mint salt. I put it in this other container that I smoked. Bam, focus. Last time I bought red mint salt, I bought a 25-pound bag. 1 year ago, actually. We're almost out. But they only had the fine in that big bag. I wish I had the bigger one, the coarse. Maybe I should double check and maybe get another bag of it. Good stuff. I did notice I was getting messages, and I'm gonna get to them here eventually, but there was one of them from Yasmin, I believe, saying this is their first beef, butter, bacon, egg challenge, and that the fact that I'm doing this is really helping them on their journey. And I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. And it helps me on my journey too, like just being accountable. And it's good to know that it's adding value to people's lives. But I'm always sitting here trying to kind of like beating myself up, like, what should I say? What can I say that adds value? What can I do that adds value? How can I make this better for people? But then I also don't have a lot of time to like make fancy videos, and at this point, especially if I'm putting a video out every day, I just don't have time for it. That's okay. This is just me showing you guys my life, and it might be boring, but I mean, having a lot of kids it's always something. All right, I'll take a picture of this and you'll see it later at the end of the video. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. I got this whole brisket, and I'm gonna trim some of the fat off of it. I'm gonna save it for a rainy day. Bam! I was going through, I don't even know what I'm saying. I was thinking about brisket, and I've been wanting to get one. Then I came home, and I was thinking about it again and talking to Beth about it, and I was just reminded of the last time I got brisket, and I was so excited to eat it, and I smoked it, and there was just so much fat, intermuscular fat inside the brisket. It was just rich. It was so rich. It was just hard to deal with. I'm just trying to take off a little bit of the fat. Well, that was a little bit much. Hopefully this turns out nice. Render a lot of this fat out. I'm just gonna go as low and as slow as possible. Yeah, so when you get into this, here's an example. So that flat doesn't have a ton of fat in it, except for on the edge, and that'll render, but that point part has all this intermuscular fat, and it like just gets rich very easily. I am not a butcher. I am not a doctor. I don't even know what I am besides weird. But it actually is not that much fat on here. That's good. Yeah, low and slow, nothing fancy. All that this chunk can come off. I think last year I ended up getting a bunch of this fat and just saving it for a while. And then some of that meat I was actually eating this year, that hamburger had a bunch of brisket fat in it. Just buying briskets over the year. Never goes to waste. And in a survival situation, I'd feed it to my dog, then eat the dog. Oh no, that's weird. Too far. Bam. So, all it needs is salt and some love. And a couple smacks. Never mind, hold on. There's all this. I'm gonna check what's this and this. That's some good looking fat there. It's like pulling apart. Focus on the fat, camera. Thank you. I told my wife about how my brain was failing earlier about thinking of the Chinese the buffet as being Golden Corral. She's like, oh man. And I was like, well, I could do that hibachi and just get the meat and, you know, the beef and the eggs. And she's like, oh yeah, I mean, like no sauce. I'm like, no sauce. And I told her that if they give me any crap, I'll say, refund! Give me a refund! So I got some Redmond smoked salt in here in my Maldron thing from earlier. I'm just gonna salt this thing. Put a lot of salt on it. It's gonna be smoked salt with smoked. I used to do like elaborate rubs back in the day. Salt, lots of black pepper, which I can't stomach black pepper anymore, which I haven't tried in a long time, but it's like too spicy and messes with my stomach, which is ridiculous. Because I started loving heat about the moment that I not being able to eat it anymore. And then another one is like having fresh ground coffee with beef is actually really good. Yeah, so I could easily cut this with other stuff for my family tomorrow. Like I could get them tortillas, low carb tortillas, cheese, sour cream. You know, you could easily do a keto or low carb brisket tacos or sandwiches or something, you know, and it breaks some of that richness up from all that fat. But for me, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. So how do I cut it? Water. That reminds me, I went up and I took a nap and I'm like, yeah, this is nice, but I was like, I'm sore. I keep saying it over and over, and I just realized, dude, I think I'm dehydrated and need some electrolytes. I've been kind of lacking those things. So I'm gonna start drinking some electrolytes. I got some Element unflavored, and I have the Keto Daily Minerals. Yeah, I'm gonna just only drink water with electrolytes in it for the rest of the day. Hi babe, did you have a good rest? That's good. Mom is at a baby shower.
Why is she doing that?
Because her friend from church, Miss Misa, you know her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's having a baby, her 5th baby. That's crazy. 5 kids, that's crazy.
Crazy? Like, I'm crazy.
She's like, crazy like our crazy. Yeah, crazy like our crazy. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching these videos. If it helps you in any way, just make sure I know it. All right, for on the hard days. Okay. All right. I'll at least take pictures of my meals tonight, and I'll recap tomorrow of how it went. Yeah. You guys are awesome. Later.